Good evening, everyone. This is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience. I'm out here to do an investigation. I also call my neighborhood watch. We're at Center Street Access, my home area. This is my first night hike back since having a very bad case of stomach flu. And so we're going to take a little walk through here. We're going to check out. There's been some more of the work done. They put a gate up here, and I'll show this. And behind me, you see that light there? That's CLYO, the baseball field and soccer fields for the kids. And they put an obnoxiously bright light up there very recently. And if I'm guessing, I don't know this for fact, I'm imagining they probably had someone try to break into some of their facilities, because now they're putting up no trespassing signs and put an incredibly bright light up there, which is a good way to keep thieves out. Imagine there's probably some cameras up there now too. So on that note, we're going to get ready here for this adventure. We're looking for wildlife, signs of wildlife, especially predator activity. We're also looking for what we've had down here. We've had several rocks thrown at us, very creepy noises, tree knocks, all kinds of weird things like that. So Ohio grassman, Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever you feel like calling them. Also down here, this is where they tore the path through the woods for the capping the wells. We're going to investigate some of that. I'm right next to Center Road in Conneaut here. And we'll get some light traffic on there. We'll definitely hear trains down here. And we'll see what we come across, because I got a couple cars going by me now. It is, and I'm trying to look here. I do have the thermal camera. I was able to figure out a way to mount that on here. So I have my thermal camera with me, and I'll get that rolling too. So get ready. It's going to be a great adventure. Once all the cars get past me here, and it's going to be a good time. I'm hoping I find some of my friends down here. As you know, Donna the deer and her offspring, a lot of the time they'll follow me down here just from hearing my voice. So we'll see what we get though. I'm expecting down here lots of wildlife, and we're going to see, hopefully we find them. I want to make sure that the construction has not messed with that. And we're going to check out in the back area where they cleared the size of the parking lot, and they did that in error. And the commission that's ahead of this here, the Scenic and Wild River Association, made them have to plant a bunch of oak trees back here, and we'll take a look at what they did. I've come down and looked at it in the daytime. So they got the new trees planted, but it's going to take decades before those trees are up to the size of the ones that were cut down. So all right, well, get ready for a great adventure. See something, you hear something, say something, drop stuff in the comments. Looks like we're getting a little bit of traffic down here. I don't know, it might be people coming to and from Taco Bell. But let's see what we find. It's going to be a good adventure. All right, so cue the music and let's get ready to roll. Okay, so to start off, they did put up this gate here around the concrete blocks there too, to try to keep the four-wheelers and side-by-side out of here, because they will tear that up. But we're going to actually take the old path, and it'll run parallel to this. Actually, you know, I know this is going to be a muddy hike down here. This place is usually just muddy to begin with, but because of what they did down here, it's pretty muddy. We are going to turn on the PowerTech headlamp first. I am scanning with this thermal camera also. But let's go see what we can find. I was going to walk along that old path, but you know, since this is here, let's check this out. They removed all of they had put up these fiberglass panels along here so that their equipment didn't sink. All those have been removed, and so now it's muck and mud and swamp, because this is a floodplain. So let's see what we can find here. Me and John were back here while I was actually still sick. I had John come with me because I wanted to get out, and we walked back here just a little bit, cleared it, and we did some thorough clearing of a couple of areas to make sure there's no homeless set up anywhere around here. And we did that before I was sick too. We were down here in the daytime, and we walked through. The water level was still low. It was during that drought. We walked through. We were crossing the creek, and we cleared and made sure there is no homeless set up in this area. So we can pretty much rule that out. I doubt that they're going to try to come back here anytime soon. Eventually they will, because that's just kind of how they operate. Let me turn this light off for a second. Car. The cars are going to be going by here, and I'm going to try to keep a low profile with them, just because I don't feel like having to deal with anyone passing by. And this is a muddy bog, and I got something up ahead of me here already. I got some good eye shine straight ahead of me. Let me see if I can zoom in. Right there, you can see it. That may be Donna and Company. So we're gonna move a little closer. But right when I walk in, right off the bat, we got the eye shine of something. I think, if I'm guessing, it's some deer bedded down. But we'll find out. I do kind of like that they got this snow fence up here a little bit. There's some very big, heavy equipment here that's supposed to be coming back here to remove the old dam, but it is at current still set up. This is muddy. Oh my God. I had them on the thermal, but they ducked down. And unfortunately, this is so muddy, I cannot. I'm having to look down at my next step, because this is like I'm sinking in the mud. I'm trying to get over where I have a little bit higher land to walk across this and not walk through this mud hole. Okay, well, whatever our eye shine was is either ducked down low and my thermal can't find them, or they took off it, because I am not seeing it. Okay, for noise pollution too, I'll go over this. Temperatures at 46 degrees. Okay, winds are light and variable, the way I like them, and because they are so quiet, you can hear the traffic from I-90 very clearly. That's another one of our noise pollutions. Again, right now we don't have any trains going by, but just stand by. They're very frequent here. Again, this is my neighborhood. This is like my backyard here. I've been looking looking at this other, I haven't been looking on this side much. My feet are like sticking in the mud. Thank God for the mucks, or this hike would not be possible. Probably should have stuck to the path, because this is definitely not an easy trek. Well, I had something over here, but I can't find it, which means I can't confirm what it was. I don't know. Again, like I said, I had my theory. A lot of the times in the past, my friends, the deer, they'll even hear my voice doing the intro and come up towards me. But I don't know. Again, hunting season is here. This is not a hunting area, which is why I'm glad they hang out here. But they probably are a little bit jumpy right now. Oh, right over there. I got a couple of good, oh gosh, there's a buck. There is a buck. That one right there is a buck. A big one too. And I got him on thermal camera. And there was another one over here too, which was probably a doe. Got it zoomed in ×4 right now. Zoom back out. I do gotta say here, this iPhone 17, and I'm gonna have to see if I can look up something on this for sound settings on video. When I zoom in, you're gonna notice the audio is going to go kind of dull. It's not gonna hear as much or be as loud. Okay, so I have, they moved back out of the sight of my thermal. But catching a buck down here is really, really good. I've caught him on my trail camera, and I've caught him on a daytime video back here. This is the place where my night hikes started. All started down here. This was the first place where I did the first night hike. Let me turn one of the other lights off there, because it's better for catching the eye shine. The lower light, my O light, a lot of the times I don't catch eye shine with, because it's so darn bright. Now in this place too, I will usually not set off my predator collar down here unless I got a real good reason to, because I'm not trying to call in any other predators down here where my friends live. You can see there's a light top of the ridge line, that's houses. You'll see on parts on both sides, if you look over here, let me turn that off. See that light? That's on the opposite side of the ridge. There's some of the homes you can see because all the leaves are gone now. Here's part of the old foundation of a thing that was part of the Cummings canning factory from a long time ago, from the 1800s. And so I am catching some of the thermal signatures of the house up on the top, which that's the house I'm catching up there. That's my friend Mike, who a lot of the time, that's where I put my trail cameras, right up there on his property. And that's where we feed Donna and the crew. Look at all this. They were not supposed to tear this out like this. But we're gonna show you, me and John kind of make fun of a little bit what they did, because I mean, again, it's so disheartening what happened. I gotta crack some kind of joke or whatever to keep from getting too upset. But they were unable to cap the well. There's a piece busted in it, and they were unable to do that, so they had to just put, instead of using the remaining natural gas that's in there, they just built a vent pipe that looks like a flagpole in the middle of the woods that is just venting out gas out the top of it. And they're just gonna have that go until all the natural gas is gone and let it just spew out into the atmosphere. Bang up job for environmentalists, you know, because this is a preserve. Let's try to check up over here a little bit. Yeah, this, where they've had all this equipment, this is rough back here. So I had some mystery eye shine, and then a doe and a buck. And I'd imagine there's gonna be more. I think I'm gonna curve up here. I'm gonna curve up here because I'm gonna show their stupid flagpole. It's right up over here. Show you, this is where they were trying to cap the well. And this, again, this is just tore up so bad. Okay. See right here, here's our flagpole in the wood, just spewing natural gas out of it. Here it is. There's the trains. I told you, that's just a fact of life around here. And I think probably because of the temperatures there, nose is a little runny tonight. Well, I thought I'd just seen an eye shine up ahead, but I lost it real quick. Again, this hike is along the Cognac Creek, which is right over there. You got the high wall, and then there is a road on the top there called Edgewood Drive, and those are that house lights from Edgewood Drive over there. And on top of this is Lincoln Avenue. And you'll see the homes on Lincoln Avenue on this side. I do try to give you totality of circumstances of everything. I do. I have something straight ahead. And I thought I seen the head. It's a deer. Let me try to get right there. You can see his little eye peeking around the tree. And I got him pegged on the thermal too. So I'm gonna advance towards that. It's just one of my deers. Like I told you, I say they'll move away from me some, but a lot of the times they follow along, wondering if I got any food with me. Hi, Donna. I think it is. There she goes. She's wagging her tail. She turned and is scampering into the woods. I got her clear as day on the thermal. I think that one's Donna, but I can't tell for sure. There. Oh, there's a couple of them. There it is. There you are. Hi, girls. How are you doing? Again, they're pretty familiar with my voice. If it's the regular crew, they'll be like, oh, it's just him. So they'll just start moving on. So my friend that owns Owen Hill, he invited me out there to go deer hunting on his property. And I said, well, I said, I'm not completely opposed to it, but I said, it's kind of odd, you know, because there they are. Straight ahead there I got on the thermal, I got two different ones here. There's our other one. We have a helicopter going overhead right now too. See if I can get that is probably a life flight. Brown Memorial Hospital is very close by here too, and that's probably them. So, all right, our deer moved. I can still see them way back there, and our one's still right over here. This is how nervous they are with me. Still standing there. It's like, oh, it's just him. And I see her walking. I do love seeing them. Again, I think you can tell that. That's why I trail cam these guys and I put out food for them. So doesn't my neighbor Mike puts out. Oh gosh, we got some on the side of the hill back there. I got a whole bunch of them. I'm catching on my thermal. There's several of them over there by the ridge line. I could even see one like part way up the ridge. And so I got two of them are in the frame right here. All right, we'll walk on and not bother them much. I'll have to go put out some food for them tomorrow. So we got some beautiful weather. So we feed them from Mike's property. Mike started doing that and he bangs on this bucket and they come running. I seen them one time, he did that and a dozen of them come running out of nowhere. See, here they are. They just come running out of nowhere. Okay. So we actually get it into the frame. I thought this was going to be, I went to the meeting for the Scenic and Wild River Association. And with what I had, they have their next meeting like December 13th. And the way they had said is that they were expecting this dam to be tore out by then. And it's November 20th. And they still even haven't cut the path over here to get the equipment. Okay. I'm gonna click off the Warrior. And I gotta have gloves on because it is chilly. Not as cold as it has been. Temperature's supposed to, oops. This is where I was not looking at my next step and I nailed that route. Now I forgot my train of thought there. Here comes our trains. You can see their road there is so flooded. And I said that was muddy and mucky. It's a difficult walk. And that is a recent branch down on the path. And we got it to here where the path just kind of converges with the muddy road. But that was not fun walking on that road. Again, I'm trying to, I lost somewhere in the area from my illness. I dropped somewhere close to 17 pounds. All of my equipment is like baggy and falling off of me. Nothing, I have everything. My pants, the belt on it is down to the last buckle. I literally dehydrated down to nothing left and then started to recover. I thought I was going to end up in the hospital. Fortunately, didn't have to. I do like checking along this water. Found a lot of critters in the water, including fisher cats before, but raccoon and other things have found in the water. I've actually caught some of the deer crossing the creek as well. So I kind of like to try to hug close to the water, even though you got the sound of the water. Once we get up here a little ways, that'll quiet down a little bit. The water level's about normal. I wouldn't even say really a touch high. It's just about normal. We got some big trees that have fallen down into the river over there. These guys are still hanging on, barely. It's been hanging on for over a year. I guess I'm going to have to kind of go over here a bit. Let's get a little crazy eye, and you can see the neighborhood up at the top. So before anyone accuses me of having a cheap Walmart flashlight, I absolutely do not. I have some very expensive and very bright flashlights. However, when I click them on high, not only does their power go pretty quick, but you can't really see the eye shine good. So because this is a place I totally anticipate finding a lot of animals or eye shine. This one happened we had this string of storms while I was sick, and this hunk fell down during that storm. This is very recent. This happened about 2 weeks ago. This big chunk. It feels like a little breeze is kicking up. It said light and variable to start. And it said it was not supposed to go above 3 miles an hour breeze, but it feels like it is. It may just because we're in this valley. Sometimes this will funnel the wind because it is a east-west facing valley. So sometimes this can just be a funnel to increase that wind coming out of the west. trying to check this other side here because we've run into a lot of different critters on this, right on the opposite side of here too. And what do we got? We got something right back here. Right there, you can see a pair of eyes. I got a thermal signature on it as well. Let me see if we can see what that is. See it moving. We got a deer. It's another whitetail. So you got a good shape of it right there. The breeze is picking up slightly. That's some of that noise there. Blowing some stuff around. So, like I said, those deer, that could even be one from the, I don't know if that's a different one. Because a lot of the times down here, they join me on the hike. It's actually comforting. Really. Yeah, it's still right there. It's actually very comforting to see them. Because I've seen a bunch of them, especially a buck down here. Bucks, if there is some sort of mean predator in the area, those bucks get the heck out of Dodge quick because they know they're the prize. They're what everyone wants. But, you know, if it's a pack of coyotes or bear or cougars that are around here, they don't care. They go after them, and they would go after me just as easy too. And with the deer around here, it's probably where they're not. Now, could be wrong, and they could be coming over here to hunt them because they are, as you can see, in abundance back here. Yeah, I still got that doe on my. She's still back there. I can still see her. She's actually following. Yeah. So I do got a doe following along with me right now, which I said is a normal thing. I think they know I'm not their enemy. You can see the road is still running right back there. And they put these logs down across the road. Again, just prevention of four-wheelers and side-by-sides from using them, because it will turn this into a gigantic mud hole if they get back here. Somebody graffitied up the tree here. I heart. I don't know what the heck that is. Something with K's. There are a couple of K's in it. Can't really read their writing. I think they need to learn how to spell better. And see, these are the logs that they put in front here. And this part of the road isn't too bad. But those other parts over there, because they're literally going through a wetland area, it's just a total swamp. Looking over the log. It is so nice to have my thermal camera back in full use. And actually the way I rigged it up, it's actually more aligned with the camera lens from the iPhone, so it's a little easier to compare them. Before it was set a little bit off to the right. Now I got it dead center. I'd actually say it's an improvement from what I had. Except for if I have to take it off of the top of the camera, then it's not. Okay, I'm getting back here to where our trees, the planted trees are. Last time I was back in this area here, looking around in this opening, and I got a rock winged at me. I got some eye shine. Dead ahead of me. I'm gonna move in and see if I can get. I got two sets of eyes looking at me straight ahead, and try to see if I can capture that. They duck down, so I do have something watching me right now. So we're gonna move forward. I still can see them. There they are. There's a lot of brush and stuff in the way. I was trying to look back here at spider webs. There, I had it for a second there. Let me try to zoom in. Right there, you got him. That is eye shine. But I cannot tell what, but there's another set there too that's not looking. I have two thermal hits. And I am just realizing too, I did not turn my thermal camera on to record. That was brilliant of me. So I will see, there we go. Now I have the thermal camera recording. That was a bonehead move on my part, but again, just making my recovery from being sick here. I can actually zoom in closer and zoom in more because I'm only at times 8. You can see if that is at times 24. Ooh, I see something. What are you? I cannot tell. That definitely got him. Good zoom in on them. I'm gonna try to click on another light. See if I can. I got a head bobbing up and down. Just duck down. Cannot tell what it is, but it's. We'll move back there a little bit. See if we can find a little bit closer to them. Because they're back a ways from me. They're probably 25, 30 yards. Maybe from me, maybe a little more. Okay. Right over there is the one set. See if I can zoom in on them. Actually looks like green eye shine. And I can't see what it is, but boy, those eyes, they look, I can't tell what it is though. Got some decent sized eyes. That's larger, it's a larger thing. But I don't want to say what it is yet because I can't tell. I move. I got them on thermal, but I can't make out their shape. Mouth is a little dry, but I'm going to try to whistle. Yeah, they moved away. They moved back. There was two things there, so what I'm going to do here, click the one light back out. The path actually continues over here. I thought they had blocked it off. Me and John were down here in the daytime and found they didn't. It was just hard to find. Even in the daytime, we had to look. It's just the kind of the shock of the whole section of the forest being gone. Now what they planted over here, I'm going to show you this here for investigative purposes here. These are oak. These are, I don't know if you can, it's upside down. These are called, if I can maneuver this, swamp white oaks. I didn't know there was such thing as a swamp white oak. I heard about white oaks. I didn't know about swamp ones. I'm not sure what the difference is. Here the water's a little deeper over here, so it's quieter. Now, my friend owns, another one of my friends here, because this is my neighborhood here, and he's also on the Scenic and Wild River Commission, owns the land that borders this next, and he told me anytime you want to be on his property, he says you have my permission. That's nice to have, because right about here is about, we're right about at the property line. So that's why I say some of this is private property, and here's our eye shine back there. Let's see if we can get closer to it. I'm spotting them again. Hold up. I had them. Let's see. I got them on the thermal, but I'm not picking them up on the camera. Yeah. Let me advance a little closer. They moved back a ways. lost them here. I don't have them on the thermal anymore. See these, the white marks on here. My neighbor, my friend, was the one who painted those up here, because this is his property. And that was actually how I met him. I was walking back here. I had my daughter and two of her friends during the COVID lockdown. I said, we're not going to sit inside. We're going to go out into the woods. And we were back here, and we ran into him. Now, I want to, I'm going to kill the light here a little bit. See, look at right up there. See that blue? We're going to zoom in all the way on that, because you know what that is? That's looking in somebody's window, and you can see the TV. Sorry, I just thought that was amusing. Can tell that's a TV. Can't tell what's on it though. Okay. So like I said, I get some people, their property are very generous. And other people aren't, and I understand both. If you own property, it's your right to say who can and can't be on here. So people who are saying, no, you can't walk back here and check things, I understand that. I respect that, like Tinker's Hollow. I completely respect those property owners, especially because they've had a lot of trespassers over the years. Okay, this is about where my trail is at an end, and I cannot find what that was. So it's a mystery set of, it was two things, and they moved back away from me pretty quietly. This is one of the places too, I've had the goodbye rocks. So always they throw the rocks. Usually when my back is turned. And a lot of the times here, those rocks start coming when I turn around to leave. All of a sudden, here comes the rocks winging at me. But initially, when I was looking at them, these things were over here right on the pathway, and they moved back further from me. Kind of makes me think that they're not deer, because those deer back here usually don't run from me like that. You've already seen that. We've got a little bit of a path here. I'll try to explore down this just a little. I'm not going to go far down this. I just want to see if we can... It's too thick, really, to tell what they moved into. And this is just continuous woods for quite a long ways until you get to what is called Bluebell. Here's Parish Road. It's a shut down bridge. And it was the old metal truss similar to the Tinker's Hollow Bridge, only you can't walk across it. All the roadway is already fallen off completely. flowing, but it's nice and deep. We do have tonight forecasted, it's called freeze fog. So it is supposed to get, and you can see it a little bit already, it's supposed to get a little foggy, and it's going to be below freezing, and that fog will like freeze up people's windows, and their cars are going to be frosted up in the morning. But you can really see the steam coming up off of the creek. It will start down in here in this valley first. There's several times I've seen that where, because I live right at the top of the valley, I drive down into the valley and it'll be all foggy down here. I'm anticipating finding one of those deer very close up to here, because the one was pacing alongside of me for a while. Did you guys hear that? Now there's no acorns on the trees, but I just had something pink off of this tree right over here that I got the camera on. And I'm not sure which direction it came from. But we're gonna call that our first rock throw. I don't know if you heard it, but it pinked right off of this tree. And I heard that hit the ground, and that's 15 feet, 20 feet from me. So again, if they throw them, they're obviously not trying to hit me with them. Throw them to get my, I don't know if they're getting my attention or they're just marking where I'm at. They follow, these things will throw the rocks at me. They're either toying with me or just tracking me to see what I'm going to do. Okay, now see, last time I walked in this way to the right, so I'll take the road that's going to end up turning into mud on the way back, so you're not having the same scenery back. It will be a little different. I'm trying to see where my deer are. We've got a nice weekend up ahead of us too. I'm going to try to get out with cameraman and crew this weekend. And this is Thursday night. I'm hoping either Friday night or Saturday night we'll be headed out together. Hopefully. Jack's recovering from his bout with flu. And I'm recovering from mine. I said I lost a total of 17 pounds from the flu, and I've only gained back 3 pounds. So my appetite is still not fully back, and I'm still on antibiotics. I have on the ridge, on the side of the ridge line, I got some sort of a heat signature there I had for a second. And I can't make anything out. I'm trying to see on the thermal, but there's a heat signature. There's a heat signature over there, but it's faint. It's far back. Oh, this is a mess. You can hear from I-90. I-90 is like a mile and a half, I think, from here. Maybe, I don't think it's 2 miles. It's maybe a mile and 3/4. You can hear when someone's riding on the rumble strips. And I hate that. You can hear that in Tinker's Hollow. You can hear that in Bigfoot Canyon. And it kind of surprises me how many people run over the dang rumble strips. As if they don't really know how to drive good in the first place. What was that noise? That was behind me. That was something that clinked off of a tree. Did you hear that? I think we had number 2. And I do have, my thermal is pinging on something, but I got no visual. Yeah, I got a solid heat signature back there, but try to zoom in back there. But I don't see anything. I could speculate and say, it could be one of the deer following me, just keeping a distance. Which, speaking of, eye shine right over here, and it just ducked down. Come on, where'd you go? Stick your head back up. Okay, let me zoom that back out and try to advance on that. You got the light at the top of the ridge. That's a house. But I had some eye shine down here. I got it on thermal too. I got a thermal hit. But it's back there far enough that the heat indicator is covering up, so I can't make out a shape on it. So I'm gonna try to, yeah, it's staying back there. I think it's something is ducked down, but I can't make out what it is. But I do have a set of eyes over there. It's just ducked down right now. See if I get maybe a better angle. Oh yeah, I got a bigger thermal signature moving over here. I cannot see that darn plant is in the way. What I can do here is we're going to pull out the Olight Marauder 2. Crank that sucker all the way up. I'm going to try spotlight here, because this is where I'm catching the thermal signature. And I had eye shine. Still there too, it's just, I don't know, it's not looking at me. Once I have this light on, you ain't gonna see the eye shine really good. So let me turn that off. Stick this back in here. It's a darn thorn bush. So I have something else up there watching me, but I can't make it out. It's not going to cooperate and stick its head back up. It's ducked down. I'm going through deep mud there. Oh, I had it just for a second. There, oh, I got a set of eyes. Where'd it go? Dude, I catch the eyes just for a second, and then it's gone. And those eyes, the color I caught there, I'm just not even gonna say, because I can't show it on the camera. I don't have it on the camera, so. But I have something over there. Keep moving, I guess. I do want to try to figure out what that is, but I don't think that's going to happen. Trying to go through these woods off the path is this thick. It's filled with thorns, and it's a little more difficult. Oh, there we go. I got it. I had it. I got it. Where's it at? I can see it. I got it on that thermal. There. Oh, you had that. Yep. You can see those eyes peeking up and down. So I actually got the eyes on camera there for a second, but it's hiding. I'm being watched, but I can't tell what that is. And that's 75 yards from me at minimum. Zoom that back in here. Yeah, that's a solid 75 yards. It's like at the base of the ridge. I can still see it. I got a set of eyes there, definitely. Again, that's staying back about 75 yards from me, so I can still see it. There it is. You see that? It's moving, but I can't make out what it is. But I did at least capture the eye shine on the camera. Again, can't definitively say what that is. Could be some of my friends. The deer. Could be something else. Because first, I wanted to say, like, I couldn't get them on there, but I caught a bit of the eye shine and it almost looked red at the first. It didn't when I captured it on camera, though. So, could have been the angle of my light, or I don't know. That's why I didn't want to say that, though, is because what I seen, I wasn't picking up on the camera. But I thought that was red. But nothing definitive. But it's something, because that's 75 yards away and I'm picking up a solid thermal hit on it. That's a good size, whatever it is. If it's a deer, it's a good sized deer. If it's something else, it's got some mass to it. This time of year too is really watching out for the bear, because they're trying to get their last meals in, trying to fatten up. So the bear are more aggressive. All these down trees here that just not supposed to be here. Look at how this one is caught across there. And it's, I don't know, they tore this path through here. They were not supposed to do this. They literally come back here and tore that path there. They claim they were looking for another well, but there isn't one. So when I talked to the commission, they said they did not have permission to do this or to cut down all those trees in the back there. They just did it anyway, which is why they had to plant all those trees, because that company that did this had to pay for all those trees. See, there's where we head back to the other path there. Or look at the lake. I'm not sure if I want to. That is not that does not look like an easy walk. Since I was already over there up along the shoreline, I'm gonna try this. Oh, this is muddy. Lots of not sure if you can make those out, but we got some good deer track here. Yeah, I see tons and tons of deer track right here. Sorry, this camera's gonna end up getting pointed down. There was something clinked off of a tree. Which I'm gonna say that's number 3 on the rocks. My headlamp's getting close to dying, but I'm just gonna leave it on until it dies. This is a swampy, muddy mess. Kind of get a little scan around here. See, that's where somebody put up a birdhouse right there. There's a better look at that birdhouse. It's not recent, it looks pretty old. It's just that this this pathway wasn't here before. Thought I was hearing some sort of chirps or something. Could not make them out though. Again, I have the hat covering my ears. There's a car in the road. There I'm able to see through to the road. Now, in the summertime, like through here, you're lucky if you can see 25 yards into the woods. Right now, with all the leaves off, I can see clear through to the ridge line, at least good 75 yards, which is to my advantage. After we get the heavy snow, more of this stuff will be down, and you'll really be a clear view. Once this stuff gets compacted down from a heavy snow, you'll be able to see, at 100 to 150 yards into the woods, which, like I said, summertime's unheard of. Look at this muddy mess. See, we're getting up close to the road, but I said a lot of the times I run into a lot of stuff just right when I walk in. Over here. Again, here's our old foundation. When I'm up on the path on there, I literally climb up on top of this foundation. Now I'm getting a thermal signature dead ahead, which is concerning because dead ahead on the road is not normally where I would think that I would be getting a heat signature. So I'm gonna try to keep my eyes scanning over. Oh yeah, like straight ahead, straight ahead. We got a deer out on the path. And I just had something land right next to me. Rock hit right next to me. That is what's that, number 4? So that's the 4th rock throw, and they've all been on the way out, the goodbye rocks. So that's just one of my friends dead ahead. Here, let me zoom in on him. I'm trying to see if it's the buck. No, I can't walk straight ahead. I gotta get off to the side here. And it's just staying right there, just looking at me. It's like, oh, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing up there? Let me zoom in on him again. I think that's a doe. So that may be, because it's right about the road, that may be either Donna or one of Donna's offsprings. And like I say, they'll move from me just a little bit, but they recognize my voice and they associate my voice with putting out some good food. And also because I scoop it by hand, my scent is on that food too. So they're probably like, they get a whiff and it's like, oh, it's the dude who gives us food. And I give them some good, I got some corn with molasses on it. Oh, hey, look at right over here. I have, right there. We got another one. Hi there. Just looking at me. Say they put on a good show for me all the time. That's a different one I got on thermal. I got this one right here, and then there's another one just off behind it, and that's probably the one that was up on the road. We're staring right at each other. I am 20 yards, less than 20 yards. I'm probably, let's take that back. I'm probably 25 feet from this one right now. And she's gonna move off slow. But like I said, I'm 25 feet from her. And she's just strolling along, going, oh, do-to-do. He's not a worry. So, let me get that thermal over here because, oh, they're moving together. There they go, trotting away. I just wanted to say goodbye to me before I walked out. I don't know, like say for the rock throws, I don't know how much of them you heard or come in, but like when I'm here, I'm like really dialed in to all the sounds, especially in this area. This is, like say, my home area. I come back here in the daytime often. It's one of my spots to just sit. There's a stupid bug. Get out of it. Die. They're so it's like when those rock throws, it's all of a sudden you hear that clink off of a tree. It's real familiar to me because of how many have been thrown at me on all my hikes. It's real distinct for me. And like I said, night like this, I'm hearing, you can hear a pin drop back here. You can see some of that bright light from across COYO. I'll have to find out. I know some of the people who are in charge of that. If you're having problems with someone damaging your stuff. And this property over here, before the state got it, was owned by COYO. They sold it to the state to be turned into a preserve. When I was a kid and come back here, this was COYO property. Okay. Let's see if we got anything else around us. All right, we're gonna get up on out of here. We're up to the gate. Listen to that Walmart clunker. Holy bloody. Yeah, that car is going far. Oh, jeez, man. That's bad. It's all right. I think I took you on enough adventure. Just right across there is the Indian Mound, just for your guys' orientation. And got our cars coming by here, so we're gonna get on out of here. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I do want to say God bless you, and stay tuned for the next adventure. I'm gonna get home, get stuff put on the charger, and tomorrow night be back out at it again. Beautiful weather for the weekend, so I'm going to try to get some videos made up. All right, thank you for watching. This is T-Mac for T-Mac's American Experience saying God bless you, and you have a wonderful evening.